Sagittarius for February of 2021, 2021 here on Looking Glass Letterbox. Welcome. If you haven't been here for a while, I haven't been doing the monthly readings for quite some time, so I'm happy to be back. Thank you for your time and attention. I appreciate that it is valuable, and I thank you for sharing some of it with me. We're going to go ahead and jump into the beginning of the reading. And now again, this is general. It's not going to connect for everyone out there. It's not going to resonate or apply for everyone out there. But hopefully there's something here that's interesting or curious or helpful to consider as you carry out through your February. And if Sagittarius is your sun and what's happening here is completely disconnecting with you, feel free to check your other sign placements. What may be active for you may be showing up somewhere else in your chart, in your rising, your moon, or your Venus. So feel free to check those out. So moving out of influence for Sagittarius for February of 2021 is the Six of Cups. Okay, so 6 is the point of connection, reciprocity, the nature of exchange. This particular card is related to nostalgia a little bit, to childhood, to the past. So something fulfilling that has connected with you and provided you with some understanding or information or opportunity for expansion within emotional connections. Is what some of you have been processing through the end of January going into February. Okay, so some reflection there, and the sort of the exchange in that scenario is often a blessing or a point of awareness or a point of like resonant understanding from something or someone related to your past. Okay, so maybe a rediscovery of something that you felt that you had forgotten. All right, because through 2020, many of us have been in quarantine and in a state of sort of reflection, of being still, and all the distractions that have sort of filtered out just because we haven't had the opportunity in order to connect with them because we've been at home, may have induced a memory or a review of things in the past and how you can apply them moving forward, or epiphany, something like that. So that's where you're moving out of for some of you. Present influences is the Knave of Coins. So the Knave of Coins is about planning to embark upon a process of manifestation. Coins is earth energy, so it's about the material realm of your life: home, work, money, family, health. Anything that through your internal processes and then active activities and behaviors results in the tangible evidence of that outside of yourself, so your material life. And the Knave is sort of the influence of the Fool in embarking upon a new course of action for a new form of development in that material realm. Okay, so an idea or an opportunity or a potential has been realized, possibly from this review with the Six of Cups of your past. And this is sort of the space of considering, okay, how do I want to apply that? How do I want to carry forward with that? How do I want to develop that? Sort of drawing up the initial plans, checking resources, checking equipment, checking what you have available to you in the moment to begin, and then the potential of that and where it may go in the future and what you'll need to work towards for then. So considering the mapping out what it is and you're going to develop, and your initial understanding of how you're going to do that. Oncoming influences is the Four of Coins and the Ace of Wands. That's lovely. Okay, so with this, whatever you've received or whatever you've rediscovered with the Six of Cups, and applying that to what you want to manifest moving into the future. You're coming out of a space of restriction with the Four of Coins, because the Four of Coins is the initial four corners of stability in the material realm. All right, and it's also, I liken it to a heartbeat. It's important to be aware of when to expand, when to reinvest resources, into a project or into a system in order to encourage growth and expansion. And it's also important to know when to save and maintain resources in order to maintain the initial stability. So it's about expansion and contraction consistently over time in order to sustain life. With the Four of Coins, it can be sometimes being stuck in a scarcity frame of mind where you don't think there's ever going to be enough, so you don't want to release anything because you don't want to lose. You have everything that you need in the moment to exist as you are, and there is some intimidation or some fear, some insecurity about letting go of any of that in order to reinvest it because you don't want to lose that stability. So with the Ace of Wands, this is a big, bold, bright idea of action about how you can apply the resources that you have in order to begin the development of whatever it is this Knave of Coins is contemplating here. All right, so the Ace of Wands is the point of ignition in your actions. It's your fire, your passion, your purpose, your motivation, and then the things that you do, actively do, in order to seek out the manifestation of those things. So if you have been stuck in sort of a scarcity mindset, or just your circumstances may have dictated that you just had to save. You didn't have the option to, or a place to, invest any resources in order for growth. But there's been a discovery. And someone out there has found a way that they can apply what they already have in order to begin a long-term development with the Knave of Coins. Because coins is a long-term, slow-moving energy. It takes time for things to evolve and opportunities to connect and the whole picture to sort of tessellate into clarity. So this is a long-term energy, but the Ace of Wands, that's the ignition. That's the initial fire of beginning, all right? And then some more information on the Six of Cups. You have the Eight of Cups. So this is leaving behind what no longer serves you, and sort of the emotional connections to things in relationships, knowing what's no longer fulfilling, knowing what's no longer for you. Those things, they may have been fulfilling to you at one time or helpful to you at one time, but they're not anymore. So walking away from those things, that leaves them available to others who are in need of the things that are no longer fulfilling for you. But it's also setting out on a new path with this Knave of Coins in the direction of what it is that you want to grow, what it is that you want. And this may be connected to an old dream or an old intention or something that you got distracted in life, like happens. We set out on with an idea of what it is we're looking for, and then depending on how things develop and circumstances change, we are pointed in the direction of focusing on other things. So this may be a callback to a previous dream or ambition that you just had to set aside for a while. All right, and that's fine, that's normal, that happens to everyone. But the Eight of Cups is indicating that you're moving in the direction of what you want, away from what's no longer fulfilling. Okay, and it also may be leaving behind things from your past that don't fulfill you, that are limiting to you, to embrace those things that are, and to seek out new points of fulfillment and new cups to fill up. Some more clarity on the Knave of Coins is the Knight of Coins. Okay, this is an indication that there's active movement towards your ambition. Okay, so devising a plan and setting out upon the plan with this Ace of Wands and what you already have to build upon, the foundation that you've already found. So expanding that development. Again, this is a long-term, steadfast, loyal, tenacious energy. All right, so this is, true of heart, true of purpose. The Knight of Coins, you can rely on the Knight of Coins. And also face cards that show up, the Knight of Coins, the Knave of Coins, they may also represent people in your life that are going to come into connection with you to help to influence those things and grow those things. All right, so there may be some earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, that may be influential in the progression that's developing here. And then under the Four of Coins and the Ace of Wands, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Fantastic. All right, so this is a point of a new opportunity available to you, a new opportunity approaching you that you can receive. Remember, it's important to receive those things in any sort of development when you're embarking upon, anything that you do in life. What it is that you want and what you're aiming for, you have to be open to receiving it as well. So remaining receptive and open to the potential and releasing your expectation of what those things are going to look like when they come is going to be helpful in allowing the process to be enriched even beyond your initial vision of what those things are. All right. So it's important what you say yes to and what you say no to. Those are equally significant, but remaining open and receptive is also an important part of that process. And then at the bottom of the deck, you have the King of Wands. All right, this is a visionary fire spirit, so this could be you, Sagittarius. So wearing the crown, being bold, being confident, taking authoritative decision in a visionary element. All right, so this is really creating something expansive and exciting and bold and innovative with the King of Wands. At the bottom of, actually, no, we're going to do that in the extended. Well, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Swords, and that is independent thought and decision and conviction and being confident in your decision to do so with the Queen of Wands. So then we have here where you're at on the Enchanted Map Oracle, and that is Metamorphosis. Lovely. Okay, each one of these comes with a quote, and with Metamorphosis, the quote is, "You are in the process of deep and beautiful change." Lovely. Excuse me. The process of change is often painful, and it's never without losses or sacrifices. If you're to transform from one form to another, a part of you needs to die. That sounds very serious. Let's say released. I usually say released, but that's relating here to the Six of Cups and the Eight of Cups. In order to step into this new development and this new evolution of where it is that you're going and who it is you're becoming with this King of Wands, it is important that you have to release those things that no longer apply, that are no longer fulfilling, that are no longer actionable, or are devoid of potential, that actually limit you. You have to let go of some of those things, and that can be very difficult because some of those things have been a fundamental piece of the puzzle of you throughout this whole process. But acknowledging those things, appreciating them for what they were, for when they fulfilled you and provided you with stability and safety and security, that's important. But it's also important to recognize that it's okay to let go of those pieces so that they can grow and evolve and metamorphose into the next stage of their own evolution and their own applicability. So allowing for the growth, allowing for the change is important. So letting go isn't easy, especially when you're used to thinking a certain way about your life and how you live it. So it's about being required to release old ideas and embrace a necessary change so you can live your best life. You might be being asked to let go of low self-worth, a dream that no longer serves you, a relationship that's draining, or unhealthy habits. So despite whatever fear or intimidation or insecurity or inadequacy, that you must sort of acknowledge and accept that that's difficult, yes, but this is a transformational time for you to be able to do that within. So there's some loss involved, but in order to become what you seek to be, in order to step into that next stage of growth, that next evolution of yourself, you have to be willing to release those things and let them go and allow yourself to be different and allow the change to occur. All right. Not easy to do, but worth it, valuable. It releases you from the stagnancy and engages you again in that cyclical nature of exchange that allows you to grow and to flourish and to become what you were meant to be, what you intend to be, what you'd like to be, and even beyond that, to reach a point that you never thought you'd be able to acquire or become or have connection with the things that are actually available to you when you embrace the change and allow the metamorphosis to occur. All right. That is all that I have for you in this portion, Sagittarius. I hope that was helpful or interesting or curious to some of you. The extended readings I've opened to Patreon. If you are interested in the extended reading, you can find the link in the description box if you're interested in that. If not, I will see you in Tea Time and Tarot if you're following the Daily Tarot Journal, posted Monday through Friday on the channel. Otherwise, I will see you for the March readings. Have a fantastic February, Sagittarius. I hope that it's amazing for you. Bye.